Hey everybody, so I wanted to give a review of the iMemories.com service and what my thoughts are on it. So, if you're not familiar, iMemories.com is a service where you can send all your old, whether it's VHS tapes or mini DV or high 8, or even I think they even do some reel video, like video on reels, and you can have them digitally convert that into a digital format. They also have services for photos, whether it be negatives or the actual prints that they can scan and digitize for you. So if you have tons of old videos that are, in a shoebox or in a storage container underneath a bed or in a closet or maybe even in an attic, and you want to get those digitized, this is definitely the service for you. Now, there's pros and cons to it, but in my opinion, the pros far outweigh the cons if this is something you definitely want to invest in. And I think that is an important way to look at this service is as an investment. You are investing in preserving these physical media items and digitizing them. It's not cheap, no matter what service you choose, or if you do it yourself, it's going to be time consuming or it's going to be expensive, no matter how you cut it. You know, yes, one site's going to be cheaper by $2 or $3, uh, but everybody is still pretty pricey until just due to the fact that it's such a labor intensive process. So, a little bit about how the process works. You go onto their website and you create a iMemories account. You download a form, fill in about all the information about your tapes and how many you're sending, and then you have two options. You can either take it to a UPS store or I think like Walgreens and CVS also use them, and they will put it in a special $29 or $39 box. Put all your tapes in there, seal it up. If you want, they'll even put a GPS tracking device in it so you can track and see where your tapes are at and follow their route. And then it's also crush proof, and then they have like waterproof bags. So if it is of the utmost importance to you that your physical assets are protected on their way to being converted, it's definitely worth the $30 or $40 to get their case. If you're kind of, oh, I would like to have these digitized, it's not the end of the world if they get lost in the postal system or whatever, then I wouldn't necessarily see the investment, the expense caused to get that features like the GPS tracker. But you can either go that route or you can mail them into yourself, and they're located in Arizona. So you send them in, and once they get your tapes, you can have the optional service of having them, if you're unsure if the tape is blank or not, for 99 cents, they will check the tape to see if any contents are on the tape. If there are, then regardless, you pay the 99 cents. But if there is contents on the tape, at that time you can decide whether to convert that content or not. Once they receive your tapes, they go ahead and they inventory them, let you know how much it will cost, and then they send you an invoice to pay before the work is done. Once you accept that invoice, and I would say they send you that email within 2 or 3 days of actually receiving your media. Once you accept and pay, it's kind of a hurry up and wait game. Thankfully, the process doesn't take that long. It took my tapes about 3.5 weeks to get converted, which, when you think about it, isn't that big a deal or that long of time in the grand scheme of things. So they convert the tapes and then they upload it to their iMemories website. Now, here is where, if you're technically savvy, this can be a huge pro for you, and if you're not technically savvy, it can be a con. If you're proficient with technology and you want to keep the digital files that they convert, you have a couple options. One, you can download the high-res file that they produce, which is the route I took. Two, you can have them put it on a flash drive or external hard drive for you. Three is you can use their iMemories kind of digital online storage service, which I'll talk about in a minute. And four, you could download it and put it onto a DVD yourself. So if you're tech savvy, having all those options, having the high-res file from the download is great to have. It has no additional cost, just the conversion cost. If you're not tech savvy, here's a negative of the iMemory service. To get those digital files onto a DVD, so let's say you wanted to convert a mini DV tape or a Hi8 tape onto a DVD, there is an additional fee to have that converted. In addition to the conversion cost, it does cost a DVD cost. So that is one negative of the service. Once you've downloaded everything, it remains on their iMemories cloud. So a little bit about the iMemories cloud. Basically, it is like a YouTube or Ancestry.com or Flickr equivalent where it stores all those digital files. It stores them in high resolution, the original conversion quality. You get unlimited, streaming back and forth with the videos. They have an iPad app, an iPhone app, an Android app. Basically, they are in charge of managing all the videos in the cloud for you. Nice things about that is you don't have to worry about a hard drive crashing. If you're not big on backing up, which nobody is as good as they can be in backing up, but if you're not good at backing up your data, they manage all that. They take care of all the conversion or all the storage and management of that. If hard drives crash, if there was a fire or flood at your house where you store those digital files, they take care of all of that. The only negative about this service is, again, like the DVD cost, in addition to the conversion cost, you pay, I believe it's $5 a month or $50 annually to have those videos stored there. So it's kind of a pro or con depending on if you want to take the responsibility to manage your content and manage your videos. So once all that's done and downloaded, then iMemories ships all your originals back, which in my case, I know if you're an archivist or you're really into preservation, you're going to yell at me. But in my case, I really don't need the original items back, the original tapes, the original cassettes, the original disc. I don't need them back because I don't have any way to play them. I mean, the closest thing I could find would be going to Goodwill or eBay and getting a camcorder that could play those tapes. So I really don't need those tapes back, but they mail everything back to you, and then you're done. That's it. Your tapes are converted, and you can share them however you please. So, like I said, excellent service. The price is comparable to every other online service that you can find. You can search for coupons. I searched for a coupon and got 10% off on my order just by Googling iMemories coupons. So price is definitely a negative, but it's what you're going to get when you do a service like this. In my opinion, if you treat this as an investment, which it really is, preserving all these memories and video assets that you have, if you treat it as an investment, I definitely think it is worthwhile, and you will see the benefit of doing that. If you don't really view these memories as investments, then you're probably not going to be able to justify the cost to yourself. But in my opinion, I would highly recommend iMemories. It was a great service, great experience. If you had any questions, their support team got back to me. I submitted a ticket at night. They were responding first thing in the morning. Great overall thing. The only negative I can think of is if you're not tech savvy, there's some additional cost for the DVD. Again, if you're not tech savvy and don't want to manage the digital files yourself, there's additional cost for the cloud storage service, and then overall just the cost in general. So I hope you found this beneficial, and you guys will one way or another look at investing into getting your physical assets converted over into digital media.